Welcome to the Untouched Quest. I'm Elizabeth.
And I'm Siri. And if you want to follow the story, you can read ElfQuest for free at elfquest.com. And if you like what you hear, remember to follow us at your favorite podcast platform.
So today we're going to talk about Dreamtime number 5 through 8. Someone enters the dark side of dreams. We see a more creative style of dreaming. There's a repeating dream. And we get to see the connection between two strong souls.
I'm a little confused.
Okay.
Because I thought Tillit was younger than the twins.
Yeah, but she lived for 500 years.
Oh,
Well,
shit.
the
I forgot
twins-
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
she
yeah.
is younger according to the year she was born.
But she's been living longer because the twins traveled in time.
Yeah. They're
Ah, okay,
time
yeah,
travelers,
yeah.
and she has been sleeping for 10,000 years, so...
And she was awake 500 years before that.
Yeah.
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 Makes sense.
Yeah. We get to meet some cute, really, really cute small birds.
Yeah.
Kind of like ducks.
They are it's like their first fly, so they are like cheering on them.
Your
where-
first dive, as they call
Yeah,
it.
they're like leaving the nest.
Yeah. Moon hatchers.
Is that a bird in real life, or is this an ElfQuest bird?
I think it's an elf-quest bird.
Okay, yeah,
I've
I'm
never
not
heard
good.
of a moon catcher.
I'm not good at like English birds' names.
No, me
but
neither, but I never heard of a moon hatcher.
Let us know if
It-
this is a real bird or an
It
ElfQuest
sounds
bird.
like an elf-quest bird,
It does.
to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're born or hatch up in a hollow tree, and when they get of age, so to say, they have to like jump out of the tree and into the pond to like get their first swim.
Mm-hmm. Tillit comments that it's a little hard way of beginning life. But that's just nature. You're just like pushed into it.
Yeah, that's how
See
a
if you
lot of
survive.
birds have to start their day. Like they have to try to
Animals.
Yeah, they have to take the first leap. They have to try fly. They have to do that all before they know that they can actually do it.
Yeah.
So the twins are just sitting there watching everything with Tillit as a Nightfall comes in.
Yeah, and Pike and the wolf is eager for her to go hunting with them because
Yeah.
apparently she and Pike is like hunting buddies. I did not know that was a thing, but
Nightfall is a
Sure.
really good archer.
yeah, but like hunting buddies.
Yeah, they do a lot in the background that we don't get to see a lot. So this is like a sweet little thing that we get to see them go out hunting together.
Yeah. And apparently that you have your hunting buddy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's not just like, does someone want to go hunting with me? No, you howl for your hunting buddy and your wolf to come hunting with you. Because
Yeah.
maybe, yeah, it's something about chemistry that they hunt better together with your hunting buddy. I don't know.
Yeah.
And while the ride off, she decides to tell her dream.
She does. And her dream happens in the time when Tillit and Venka was still cubs.
Also here, I forgot that Tillit and Benka basically was the same age. Or more or less the
Yeah,
same
more
age.
or less the same age. Venka is tiny
But-
bit older.
Yeah, but Wenka feels so much more mature than Tillit. I don't know why. It just like feels like
It might be the rake in her. And like
Probably.
Tillit has a lot of that free spirit that can feel very childlike.
Yeah, but
She's
then
very warm.
here on the
um,
height, different on them. They are not like, if it would be human years, it would just be like a year separating
Yeah,
them,
or
you
a
know,
couple
like
of years.
with the height difference.
Yeah. So they're approximately the same age.
Yeah.
And in this dream, Redlands comes over to her with a single sad withered flower in his hand. And it begins to work his tree-shaping magic. The flower turns into a cutter with renewed power.
Yeah, and like just giving a lot of positive energy and power to the new Holt and everyone because they
Yeah.
have been so sad for so many years.
Yeah.
Which I thought of this as more as like the flower kind of representing Cutter in the cocoon.
Yeah.
And then when they wake up, it's more like when we wake up, everyone's gonna be happy.
But Cutter wasn't that happy when he woke up, though. He still struggles a
No,
lot.
but this is Nightfall's.
Yeah,
I will say inner dream or inner like.
and it's
this is what I hope
also
for.
a way of seeing like, she like Nightfall and Redlands is kind of healing Cutter and helping him through all of these tough times, being his closest family as they were once love mates when they were children.
Yeah, and also that Nightfall and Redlands were the ones cuddling with them at the end of last episode.
Yeah, so they're very very close, and it's kind of looks like he's in their own way like healing his wounds, or
Mm-hmm.
that is one of their strongest desires. But she also says that our chief thrives. So as our chief thrives, so thrives the tribe.
Mm-hmm.
So to say like the Wolfriders aren't doing good if Cutter isn't doing good.
But you can see that with like rulers of countries and CEOs of companies and
Yeah.
stuff. When the ruler is a douchebag, the country is suffering.
Yeah.
So, makes sense.
But as they kind of start their new happy life, a shadow appears.
Yeah, first I thought it was like this is Cutter's dark side.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like this could kind of represent Cutter.
I
Like,
clearly saw that was Kavi, though.
yeah, like you still see the stag and everything, but
And her
like
braids and...
I thought of it more as like the dark side of Cutter because he had been so dark before they went to sleep. You know?
Yeah.
Not that they were afraid of him
Because
or
his darkness
something like
won't
that.
go away. It doesn't disappear.
No. But obviously you can see it here when Nightfall shoots the arrow at the shadow. You can see that Rayak, Vinoville, and Two Edge like start showing, and Cutter is like in front together with the other ones.
Yeah,
So
because...
it couldn't be Cutter's dark side.
because she says that that the dark silhouette tries to feed on Cutter's strength, drawing him
Yeah.
in. I see the forest fading, the way fading. Cubs, chief, and life mate, all consumed by the ravenous shadow. So like she sees all of the most important persons to her being like taken by this dark shadow.
Yeah, they're like sucked in.
Yeah, but as they like disappears, Lothar comes, and she called them the loveless ones.
Which is Rayak, Vinoville, and Two Edge. I don't really know why she has to put Two Edge into this. Like, of course, he has his own struggles.
Yeah, and he has wronged them, but he has also helped them so much.
Like, I don't know why. I don't look at Two Edge as like the villain.
No,
He has done a lot of
He-
weird, stupid stuff, but
he is only a product of Winnowill being cruel.
yeah, and I feel like, yes, he wanted to have the war elves against troll and all
Yeah.
that, but if the elves wasn't going to the palace and going into the mountain, that would never have happened. So
No.
he's just like taking advantage of the situation.
And he has never, like, he didn't get the war to happen.
No,
For-
that was gonna happen anyway.
Like,
He-
he didn't want it to happen because he wanted the elves to die or the trolls to die. He did that because he has such a big inner struggle with himself and his identity that was kind of in his mind. It had to be done for him to decide what he is. Is he elf or is he troll? He
Yeah.
didn't do it to be malevolent or to hurt anyone or
it wasn't really for his own gain. Like, he wasn't going to win anything.
no.
He just wanted to figure out his inner battle.
Yeah, and he has been so hurt and manipulated by Winnowill that
Mhm.
finding a better and like good way of doing this isn't that easy when you've been manipulated and hurt your whole life.
No.
You kind of lean into a way of, well, okay, this is probably the best way of doing it because this is all I've ever learned. And I don't see, like, Rake has been kind of a villain in a lot of ways, but he's not loveless.
He's learning to love more and more.
And he
but I don't.
He has a lot
He's
of
not
love
loveless. He's selfish.
for... Yeah,
That's
there's
two
a
different
lot
things.
of love for Lita. a lot of love
and
for her.
a lot of love for himself. I don't look at Venoville having a lot of love for herself.
No.
She's just an empty shell.
Yeah. So I can understand her being called loveless, but the two others,
No.
I don't see it. Like Rhaeg deeply loves both Lisa, Equor, and Venka.
Yeah, and a little bit like to hate someone, you still need to love them because
Yeah.
he once loved Kavi.
Yeah. And now
And
he hates her.
Yeah, like if you were kind of done with her, you would have like your feelings are gone, you know? When you hate someone, it's still because of love.
It is.
So
I don't get the loveless part of him or to Edge, but Venoville,
it's better to say more like the villains or her enemies or something like that though.
yeah, it is. And
Those
I
are the three
understand
who-
why she would put them as the three bad guys.
Yeah, those are the three who caused her a lot of pain.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And the whole tribe, like we see that they're basically sucking out all the joy
Life out
and
of them.
everything from
Yeah.
all the other elves, and she's just like watching them take them.
Yeah. She also says that they are without pity and without loyalty,
Yeah,
which might be more true than the loveless part.
it is. But that gives it more room of interpretation, which Loveless doesn't.
Yeah. But as everything is going down, she shoots at them again to try to take them down.
But then they turn into like a pack of humans instead.
Yeah.
And
they're
then-
just like eating everything, like
Yeah.
branches, and they're kind of crazy humans.
being super barbaric in a way. I don't know.
Yeah, and they look like the Gotra humans, or like
Yeah.
that time period of humans.
Yeah, they're not as modern as they are right now.
No.
But then they also turn into a shadow and disappear, and she just like run into emptiness,
Yeah.
which is also like a reoccurring nightmare that I have myself, which is like so hard to disappear, but it's just like emptiness. It's not light, it's not dark, it's just like a void,
Mhm.
empty void, and you just like stumble around for nothing. You don't know where you're going, you don't know where you came from. It's just like it's such a weird feeling, but
Yeah.
also so terrifying.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it.
And she calls out for Redlands, Cutter, the Cubs.
Yeah, everyone.
And now she's in the Go Back Lodge.
But there's also trolls there. Or there.
No, it's Two Edge.
Oh, that's Two Edge. Oh, okay.
It's the loveless ones.
Yeah, makes it. Yeah, because Venoville. Okay, yeah.
And now they have all of like Cutter, Redlands, and the Cubs like in the middle, and they're like sucking the life out of them.
Yeah, they're just basically skeletons with skin right now.
The funny thing though about that picture,
It's Cutter six pack.
yeah,
I just looked at it. I was like, he can't have a six pack when
Like,
when his bones and skin.
everyone is literally only bones and skin. There's nothing left of them, but Cutter still got his six pack.
So he still has some meat on his.
Yeah, there's
Oh, also look at his chest. The chest is like a lot of muscles
muscular.
too.
Yeah. Well, the others are like hollow. Cutter's like, I got
Yeah, you
some
don't
muscles.
like even like the lady elves. You see their chests are like sucked in. There's no boobs left on them.
Yeah.
But Cutter still has his chest muscles and six
Yeah,
pack.
he do. I thought that pretty funny. Like
Yeah.
that's a quite big part of Cutter.
It is,
but
but we will still understand that's Cutter if he didn't.
yeah, in
have-
this picture it would make more sense if he didn't have those attributes.
Yeah. No, Cutter is just so strong that it takes so much power to suck out his muscles.
Yes.
But we don't really get to know how this ends because she starts to shoot a lot of arrows, but then she's wakened
Yeah.
again by Kavi, and I don't know why.
But she says something here though. That was the moment Kavi mistaking me for Cutter sliced open my cocoon.
Mm-hmm.
So Kavi was looking to wake Cutter and
She
woke
was.
Nightfall instead.
Yeah. But also then she was like, I knew the answer. I knew like um, how to save everyone, but we never get to know that. She doesn't get to know that either, like, because she was walking too soon.
Yeah, she just knew she knew how, but she doesn't really know what she had figured out.
No, because that was her dream conscious, not her real conscious.
Yeah.
So, like,
I
Yeah.
think that a lot of this dream is built upon her fear
it is.
of those people.
But it would have been so interesting to know what the answer was for
Yeah.
everything, because that could have helped the tribe
Yeah, absolutely.
in real life too, not only dream.
Yeah. And as she is done telling Pike about her dream, he smells a husk tog.
But also here,
Tusk-
Nightfall
Tusk dog.
says when Kavi woke her, she thinks she herself caused my dream.
Yeah.
So Kavi is the source of her dream.
Yeah, kind of like she feels like Kavi coming close to, and Nightfall feeling the danger of her presence
Mm-hmm. And the
conjured
need to
the dream, kind
everyone.
of. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, Kavi was looking for the cutter, but we don't know why. I know why.
Mm-hmm.
You will know why once we read Kavi.
Yeah, and Pike says, like, no, none of us, not even Strongbow, has even outmatched your will to protect. So she just felt she had to protect everyone, even in the cocoons.
Mm-hmm. It's, in that perspective, it's quite lucky that Kavi mistook her cocoon for cutters,
Yeah.
so that she got that dream. She felt the need to protect everyone, and she knows she can protect everyone. Maybe that dream helped her with whatever happened after Kavi woke her.
But now they're off hunting for the tusk.
Yeah. But Nightfall isn't feeling the hunt.
No.
No.
And that's also a rule for Wolfriders, right? Like,
You don't
you
hunt
have
alone.
to be in the mood to do it, otherwise everything will go wrong. And, like, you have to be in the right mindset.
Yeah,
right?
because it is life and death. After all, it kind of
Mhm.
costs your life. If your head isn't in it, you shouldn't be doing it.
Yeah. But you shouldn't
And-
go hunting alone either.
No, it's a rule not to hunt alone.
Mm-hmm.
Just to have somebody back you up. So she goes back to Tillit and the cubs.
Yeah, and the twins are in the water swimming around with the ducks. And I like how, like, it looks like one of the ducklings is biting Ember's tongue. Do you see it?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, why do you do that?
Yeah.
Like, stick out your tongue so the duckling can bite it.
He probably thinks it's food.
The duckling thinks it's food, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it looks like a worm.
Yeah. But Pike still really wants to hunt his tusk.
Yeah, don't take on that tusk hug alone, Pike.
No, but
I'll show her. I'll catch it with my bare hands. So I'm even leaving my spear here because that's super clever
yeah,
to go
but-
hunting without my spear.
yeah, absolutely. Like, no weapon. So he sees it, and he literally jumps it and tries to catch its legs.
But that's too stupid. Now he's like riding it backwards.
Yeah, just like
And
Ember were in when she was riding her wolf into the palace.
oh yeah, true.
Yeah.
But this is a wild animal. Ember's
Yeah.
wolf is like they're friends. The Tuskog doesn't have any connection with Pike at
No.
all.
Doesn't.
For him, Skywise is there. No, Cutter,
is there. And Cutter gets quite mad, like, what are you doing? You're not supposed to do this alone.
This is against the rules.
Where's your spear?
Mm-hmm. And he explains like, I can do this alone. And I like Cutter is like, for you that should be easy, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like he doesn't believe him at all.
Cutter gives him that very Cutter, are you sure look? Like,
Mm-hmm. Like, I don't believe you,
I
but
think you're biting on a little bit too much.
I'm gonna let you fail on this on your own, even though I know you're gonna fail.
Yeah, like, okay, I'm gonna go along.
He's like, this I must see.
Yeah.
And he starts, like, Pike starts talking about his dream,
Yeah.
which is, like we said last time, a Pike dream.
It is definitely a Pike dream.
You would have known, looking at this, right away that, oh, this is Pike's dream.
Yeah. You can see a big throat with dreamberries in it, and 2 troll ladies and Pike that are crushing the dreamberries to make dreamberry wine.
Yeah. But then there's 2 troll ladies, because Pike has been drinking or eating so much dreamberries that he's so drunk that even the troll ladies are pretty.
Yeah, he says that even the troll maidens look beautiful to me.
But he gets squished between their lips, like.
Yeah, they're like kissing him and smothering him between themselves. Like, there's a lot. The whole tribe of elves and some trolls are like sitting around watching and laughing and drinking and like having a really, really good time.
Mm-hmm. So his solution is that he needs to shrink. Like, he needs to get small.
Yeah. But before he continues his dream, he's like, shh, the Tuskog went into that hole. Look, I just put my bum in here.
Oh, yeah, true. It's like, I'm just gonna smoke him out. So I'm just gonna sit here with my bum inside the hole that the animal is hiding inside, which is clever.
Yeah. And he's like, don't worry. I will film when it's coming. Just you wait. And they wait like until sun goes down and it's like really dark.
Yeah, so he have time to explain the rest of his dream.
Yeah.
Which is like, it gets so small.
Yeah, since he's being crushed so badly between these 2 boobylicious troll maidens, he shrinks into the size. It's such a small size that it like falls down into the vine and with all of the dreamberries.
Yeah, but then it's like, oh, it's not good enough being just a small me. I want to turn into a dreamberry.
Yes, because they're reaching down to me and they're gonna catch me and I don't want that. So he turned into a dreamberry.
But then he's afraid they're gonna step on him because he's like
So
in the throat.
Just jumps out of the dreamberry throat. Like a jumping ball.
Yeah. It's just like bouncing out.
Yeah. Bouncing ball, that's probably what it's
yeah,
called.
that's probably called.
Yeah.
Jumping ball, bounce. Yeah,
Bouncing
something
ball.
like that. But then he's eaten by a troll that sees him.
Yeah. And at that moment, he's like, what? It's him! Because he somehow knows that the Tuskog is coming for him. And he jumps up and lands on the back of it. And Cutter is like holding its tusks and like trying to hold it off.
Mm-hmm. But none of them has any weapons to kill it with.
Or Cutter do. Cutter has New Moon, but he
true,
can't
but
let go of the tusks.
because then he's gonna bite him.
Yeah, or he's gonna be speared.
Yeah. But he takes some dirt and just like...
No, first the tusk like runs back into its hole. So Cutter gets stuck in a hole.
yeah, so they're in the hole, that's
so
right.
his body's outside the hole and his head and face is inside of the hole. And it's just looking at the hog.
Mm-hmm. But then he stuffs his throat with a lot of dirt.
And he yells to Pike to birds, pull me out!
Mm-hmm. And they run away.
Yeah.
Climb up a tree because they're like, we need to get away.
Yeah. And then it says like, always a way out, huh? Always. That's what my dream taught me. Taught you.
You got eaten by a troll.
Yeah, a drunken troll ate you.
Mm-hmm.
I escaped. How? How do you think? Oh, dung.
Yep, that's right.
So he was literally pooped out.
Yep.
So he learned from his dream that there's always a way out.
Which is like, you get shit out.
Yeah.
I don't know what we could take from this, Pike, but
It's a good thing that he did take something from it.
yeah.
Yeah.
But then this is Krim, right?
Yeah, Krim.
Krim comes and she's like lost something and she almost spared Pike with his spear, like.
Yeah. He's like, yeep! But Skot and Krim kills the tusk hog.
Yeah.
And the Wolfriders share the meat.
Like they always do.
Yeah. But Crim and Skot isn't really happy with that because they would prefer to cook the meat.
Yeah, because they are eating it raw.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to attract any attention whatsoever. So they don't want to build a fire to create smoke or smell or light or everything.
And that is how the Wolfriders have lived for like ever. And that is like how the Wolfriders have lived forever. They haven't built fires and they haven't cooked their meat because they have like been in hiding from humans. And cooking meat isn't hiding.
No. So they did decide to go against Cutter's wishes.
Yeah, because they stormed out of the hold because they were quite mad that like they don't want to hide, they want to go out and kill humans and fight and do whatever. And then they saw a campfire.
Yeah, because they don't understand like the desire to being kept alive for so long because they are raised being like head first into battles.
Yeah, they've been raised to live a fast life. And they also say that you and I see it the way, Skot. See it that way, Skot. Cutter never will. Hiding our tails and watching for humans under every rock. As long as you've bred your share of young, what's so thumping important about keeping alive? Like, bred your share? What is your share? How many is that?
I don't know.
I don't either. But like for the go backs, is as you grow up, it's important for you to like breed and have babies. And when you had enough babies, you kind of are allowed to go out and literally kind of kill yourself.
I will look at your share as at least 2. So you multiply yourself.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Because you don't want the tribe to become one less. You want the tribe to become bigger.
Yeah.
So you would have to like get more than one.
But at least 1, hopefully 2, and then you can go into battle and die.
And
then you're allowed
die
to
with
die.
Glory.
Yeah. And now they're like, I just want some food, so it's better to go to the humans and be seen and take their food.
But by this time, Pike has eaten, and he's pretty full, and he's realized that his life mates are gone. And there's no food left for them.
Yeah, and
where are they?
He can smell where they went, and he quickly understands that they follow the smoke because they want some meat.
Of course you are. Skot, smoke from some human cook fire. Skot, Crim, tell me you're not that witless. Of course you are. I know you. You want it. You get it. And Dungball in the face of any no slayer. Well, I won't tell you. I won't tell on you. I just hope you don't have to save. Just hope I don't have to save your stubborn necks.
Well, they has to. But also Skot and Crim got pretty surprised because the human weren't afraid of them.
No, because they jumped the humans thinking like we're gonna scare them off.
Yeah, but they didn't get scared. They get surprised and be like, "What is this?"
Yeah, they said, "Oh, poor lad, his tunic's ablaze," because Skot like fell face first in the middle of the fire.
Yeah, and he catches fire.
Yeah.
So they tried to help him, but Skot doesn't understand, or Crim doesn't understand that they actually tried to help.
No, because the humans initially thinks that these are just children.
Yeah.
They don't initially understand that these are elves.
But they run away when Pike and the wolf arrive, right?
And before that, they say, Treshks. Do you know what that is?
Where?
Right under a picture of Crim.
No. Is it the new god? So it's not Gotora, but now it's Tereshks.
Yes!
Oh,
It is the new Gothara!
I kind of assumed it because humans have developed God
Yeah.
for a while. Like, with the Stone Age, there was probably more like the God of Fire and all
Yeah.
that, like, super simple. And we developed into more...
Now they have Träsks.
I liked Gotora better, just by the name.
Yeah, I enjoy Gothara a lot better as well. By the name.
I don't even know really how to pronounce it. Trext.
Me neither.
Yeah, no.
So we're probably gonna botch it.
And we're gonna say it 100 different ways. But
That's life.
mm-hmm.
But the humans say spirits, forest spirits, we angered them,
Mm-hmm.
and they run away.
They're
don't-
after us. Run.
They
no,
don't
no.
call them demons.
No.
They call them
for-
forest spirits.
Yeah.
That is quite a jump from like earlier where they were demons.
But I think they have noticed that they are there.
Yeah.
But they have also noticed that the elves are not a threat to them.
Yeah, and they have had like
So-
legends of them from old times, but like the elves have been asleep for 10,000 years.
Mhm.
So nobody has seen them in 10,000 years.
No, and also it's more like when you can't see them and they are not a threat to you, it's more like a fairy tale kind
Yeah.
of thing.
Yeah. And over 10,000 years, it's not that strange that the demons turned into spirits.
True.
But Skot is quite burned.
He is.
And he's in a lot of pain.
Mm-hmm. And also like a little sad for Krim and Scott though.
Yeah.
Pike's wolf is eating the meat. So they didn't
Yeah.
even get the meat from all of this.
And Krim is like yelling like, we need that fat to dress Scott's burns. So like they don't want the wolf to eat it, not simply because they want to eat the meat, but because they need it for medicinal reasons.
Mhm.
They manage to put him up on a wolf, and Krim runs first to try to get Lita.
Mm-hmm. And also Scott asks like, why aren't you mad at me? And Pike just answers like, I know you're gonna get your share from Cutter when we get home, so
I don't have to yell at you because
no.
Cutter's gonna give you whatever is needed
I know
anyway.
you gonna get some, so
Yeah, I don't have to.
it's
because
also a little. I feel it's like a little bit since we share bed. I'm gonna keep our
yeah, like
relationship sane, and you can get the yelling from someone else.
they're life mates. They share everything.
Mm-hmm.
They really don't like. He don't need to be yelled at
No.
by Pike. Like it's enough that Cutter's gonna do it, because Cutter's gonna do it well enough anyway.
He is. And we learned that he didn't really dream. He's just like walking in the snow.
Yeah.
And do you think that's like that's like a sign that the go-backs don't really dream for anything or desire for anything? They just live to fight and that's it. They don't have a dream to accomplish anything. Like
I think that what they see most of their life up in those mountains is just the white and just barely seeing the silhouette of another person in front of them.
mm-hmm.
They don't experience a lot of like different like the turn of the seasons and different animals, and a lot of what they see is just the uneasiness and knowingness of the dark that is like walking in a snowstorm, even
Yeah.
though snowstorms are kind of light. But so I think it is kind of the way that they live, that they just accept life as it comes.
Mm-hmm. And he just finished off being like, my spirit will go back to the palace and dwell with the others who've gone before.
Yeah.
So it's just like, it feels like there's like, that's life. I don't care about anything else. I don't care about dreaming about shit that I can't have. Like,
Mm-hmm. But I think that as they like get more accustomed to living in different climate, they will like start dreaming and like have wishes for other things than just to survive. But he says something really funny right after he's finished with telling about the dream. He says, haha, well, we'll give Rake such a hard time. He'll give up on trying to be the high one for
Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't like Rick.
No one he's gonna stay in that palace to annoy the hell out of Rick.
Mm-hmm. And he doesn't really get the welcome back as they thought. They thought like, oh, Lita's gonna come and help us and heal him and everything.
She's so kind and she's so gentle, but she heals him.
But
And then she smacks him.
yeah, she is the one who gives him the
Scolding.
yeah, she is the one who gives him the scolding for going out and going against the rules in the hold.
Yeah.
Cutter comes. He's of course mad too, but he's just like basically repeating what Lita just said.
Yeah. You were seen by human. Worse than that, you attacked them. If the old hate ended while we slept, you stirred them up again. And he's gonna give him a lesson.
And Pike actually has a good point though, because he's like, they wasn't raised like us. They don't know really. Like they just follow their instincts, and their
Mhm.
instincts are different.
Yeah.
And he basically go back to dream and be like, some of us flee from the problems, like he did,
Mhm.
being a dreamberry. And some of us fly above them, like no, not Kavi, Venka and
Santi.
yeah. And then
Fear makes us want to protect what we have, so we can keep going. Skot and Krim live a part of the way we've lost sight of. They truly live in the now of the wolf thought. And that is true, because like in their dream they see just right now. They don't have any thoughts about what has been or will be.
No, they're just like, we're hungry right now. We see food there, and we're gonna go get it.
Yeah. But there's two elders that's not that happy with them.
No, so they come and give him another scolding, or both of them. They're basically gonna give them both detention.
Mm-hmm. And it is...
Strongbow and
Yeah.
Nightfall? Is it? No, it's not Nightfall.
No.
It's Moonshade.
Yes. The Strongbow and Moonshade punishment or detention.
Mm-hmm. It really feels like detention.
It does. So Moonshade is sitting, teaching Krim how to make nice letters.
Yeah, make it soft and smooth and nice.
For days. And
Yeah.
she thinks it's so boring.
It's just like scratching and scratching and scratching the fur.
Yeah, it takes so long. When are we done? When are we gonna be finished?
She's just like, I'd rather be sniffing Moon's old fish guts. And that says a lot.
Yeah.
Like, fish gut smells bad when they're fresh. So when they're like a month old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she also says that that's the idea. Keep scraping.
Mm-hmm. And also she's like, well, it's not as hard as Strongbow. Like, you should be happy you ended up with me and not Strongbow.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it's pretty... it's a pretty harsh punishment for Strongbow to show off like the wolf way of pack leadership and be like, we're gonna eat you if you don't shut up. Like,
yeah, you are going
you.
to have to listen. I am the leader. I decide. You do not challenge me.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like sending to Skot, and he's like, "Oh, cut it out," because he's not used to sending.
No, not at all. But too bad for him, he's with Strongbow, because Strongbow doesn't talk, so...
Yeah.
You better get used to sending.
I told you. No talking. Send.
Mm-hmm.
And they just keep watching them, seeing how the wolves resolve every struggle inside of the pack.
I think it teaches him a lot, but also Skot is kind of like stubborn.
Yeah.
And be like, ugh, why do I have to do this?
Yeah. And he also said, I hate trying to send it. It makes my head ache.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you practice more and talk less, you'd feel better.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you'd feel at one with the tribe. But that's true, because a lot of what happens inside of the tribe is being shared through sending.
And also when they go hunting, they use sending, so the animal can't hear them. So everything is through sending. Indirectly, everything is through sending.
Yeah.
They talk, of course, but sending is higher.
Yeah. And Skot like replies, duty, duty, duty. Come on, Arrowhead. You know you love me.
He do, but he's annoyed too because Strongbow is annoyed by everyone.
Yeah, of course you're loved. But you could be more respected
Mhm.
if you truly wanted to. And that
Yeah.
is true. If they just like show the Wolfriders that they respect their ways, the
Yeah.
Wolfrider would respect them more as tribe mates.
Totally. And when Strongbow and Skot come back to Krim and Moonshade,
Mm-hmm.
Moonshade and Strongbow is like lock sending, and they get so annoyed. They're like, "You think you're better than us because you're sending and lock sending," and it really gets mad because they think that in Nightfall and Strongbow never share any.
and Strongbow.
Moonshade, yeah, never share anything with
Yeah.
them.
Or with anyone. But
Mhm.
that's not true. They lock send because it's like that's how they most comfortably privately talk. It doesn't have anything to do with like closing anyone else out. It's
No.
just what feels most natural.
It's
for
more
them.
also like they could just come and whisper.
Yeah.
That's the same thing.
Yeah, it's just that this feels the most comfortable to them, so that is
Mhm.
what they do.
And then they're like, "We will show you. Sit."
Yeah, but first they are like, you'd think you're high ones. And Crims is like, oh, they might as well be. So what? Go back, treat everyone the same. He means we don't grow old if we can't help it.
It's like we go and die instead.
Yes, we don't learn to respect age. At least we can laugh with Tree Stump and Clarebrook. But a fern laugh more than Strongbow. And neither of you share. There's no getting closer to you. And they look at them with like these haunted looks. Like, is that what you think?
They don't think they're better because they're older. They're
No.
just like wiser.
We
They
have so
are-
many experiences and we have learned so much through the years. And they are not big talkers, but that doesn't mean that they don't share things with the
No.
tribe.
But they share with sending, and they
Yeah.
don't like sending, so they are kind of outsiders.
Yeah, so they get them to like sit down with them and they like open send with them, like their truths.
Mhm.
And they're like, oh, it's too strong, it hurts. Like if you put on a
Yes, like,
floodlight in their
stop
face.
it. But they're like, but this is what you want. Words aren't enough. Bodies aren't enough. This is how we share. And they're like kind of forcing their images on them, but also they ask for it.
Yeah, you decide how close is too close. You set the boundaries. We will honor them. Here we are one, and age means nothing. Come enter our dream.
And you see, like, I think they're probably sharing their life dream because they basically
Yeah,
share a
and
lot
I
of
love-
shadows.
I love
of-
this picture. It's kind
Yeah.
of like seeing their souls in their
It is.
truest form. It's so beautiful. But yeah, we like see them meeting under the moon, Moonshade getting pregnant, them having a cub, losing the cub crescent, getting a new cub. Like they're kind of like showing them their life and everything that they're going through and their journey. And I think that like for the elves, there's a lot more like words and feelings and everything going into it than what we can read into.
Yeah. And it's too much for Skot and Krim.
Yeah,
Like, they're like,
enough,
no deeper.
Why give so much of you to yourself to us? From anyone who invites us or is invited, we withhold nothing but our soul names. And I thought that our heads, our hearts, our rules were small, and that standing over you made us feel big. We, our wolf friends, were all just bits of flesh swirling in the waist deep sea, where all is possible, Nothing ever gets done. Nothing can unless we abide by the rules we make.
And I think this is the lesson that both of them need.
Yeah.
Because I love it now when Skot goes up to Cutter
Yes.
and
He like rolls over.
no words. He just like lays down on the ground,
Like
rolls over, and pulls up his shirt and be like, "Give me belly rubble."
Like,
like,
I'm showing you my belly.
like,
You're my boss.
yeah, like just rub my belly, because that's what wolves does when they are being underdanig.
Submissive.
When they're being submissive to their leader, the pack leader.
Yeah.
Basically what they do when they give up a fight.
Yeah, like showing them that you are indeed the stronger one.
Mm-hmm. And when Cutter basically like, all right, you're forgiven, he's just like, yoo-hoo! Celebrate! I did the right thing!
And then like picks up Shen Shen and Tillit. My rump is saved!
Yeah.
Wonderful! Now we can keep it out of trouble.
Mm-hmm. But also Tillit is has good point though. Cutter has forgiven, but the tall ones won't forget.
Yeah, very true.
And also they saw
captured
Lita.
Lita days ago.
Mm-hmm.
Krim and Pike is Scott's life mates.
Yeah.
And now he's picking up Shen Shen and taking her with him.
Because he's probably a little like Skywise, so he's just like, they share, okay? Just look at Lita and Cutter last episode.
Up for a little play, lovely maiden?
Yeah.
Nothing soul-piercing, nothing deep. No skull-likes. So no sending and no recognition.
We're just gonna have fun.
Just fucking.
Yep.
That's so cute. And they're like, okay, let's go. Let's have fun. For the next episode, we're going to talk about Dreamtime number 9 through 12.
So until next time, go recognize the troll.